even in the sports world, 10 years ago, you didn't hear about this. The one that rocked my world and everybody that's Polynesian out there, everyone in San Diego, was Junior Seau.
Right.
Like, this guy was a Samoan Superman, right? Just like your son was not a person that you would ever think would be even considered for doing something like that, neither would be Junior Seau, would be Rasan Salam. These are people that had social connections. These are people that were, in many aspects, on the top of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, being sad and frustrated and having anxiety and having things not working should not be embarrassing. You should not be embarrassed when you don't feel right. You don't, and I think that's why we don't talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
I never thought I was going to be a mom of a suicide victim. And I don't think the emotion is embarrassment. I'm not embarrassed about it. I'm sad for it. But I think that when we show our weaknesses, or when, heaven forbid somebody else knows there's something wrong in your family, or somebody's dealing with somebody, you just don't want to, let's not be embarrassed. Let's support. And actually, when you do expose these things that might feel embarrassing, surprisingly, the ability to support comes. If you're willing to be open about crap, guess what? Other people have that crap too.
Right.
But until you open up, there's not even an opportunity.
So funny. It's so funny because we all intuitively know that, right? It's like kind of like, you just got done playing the University of Utah football, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have all these alpha males, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like those moments where you actually are connecting and someone breaks down and cries, like that's when you go from a teammate to a brother.
Yep.
Right? And when someone like yourself, Heidi, you come on here, you have a huge social media following, you have loves, people that just adore you. I mean, we were just talking the other day, and we're sitting there, having lunch, and all of a sudden the woman comes up, can I just give you a hug? And so many people connect with you because, like what you said, you have to put yourself out there. If you don't put yourself out there, no one would even know that you needed to support, and no one even know that they actually have the ability to make you feel better.
Do you remember, David, my very first session? Me and Eric are there for the very first time. Do you remember what you taught me? You won't remember. Maybe you will.
You're surprised. I can't remember where I put my keys, but I can remember what I was talking about people.
Do you remember the first thing that you taught me in our very first session?
With the three of us?
Yeah.
This is before or after?
This is before Corey
Okay.
passed away. So this is when we were dealing with Corey,
Yeah.
had depression. And I was telling you, I don't get it. I don't feel depression. I don't understand.
Couldn't relate.
When I get mad,
You
I
work.
work harder. Like, sleep less, do more. Do you remember what you taught me?
Yeah.
So, and I said this in my blog, you told me that this was your secret weapon. This is the atom bomb against social crap, against sadness, against loneliness. I want you to tell everybody right now what you told me.
Well, we start off with saying something very specific, and then this is just my philosophy throughout years as a coach, as a counselor, and stuff like that. And basically it starts out with life is about one thing and one thing only, right? Relationships. Our lives literally revolve around our relationships. If you're a mom out there listening, if you're a teenager out there listening, think about how much you think about relationships on a day-to-day basis, right? Love the research coming out of UCLA right now from Dr. Matthew Lieberman, giving him a shout out. Don't know him, but he's a man, right? They're doing some amazing research, and they were talking about how I think it was 85% of our waking day we're thinking about relationships. Now, if you're
good relationships, bad relationships, toxic relationships.
Mm-hmm.
What did that
Very
text
nice,
mean? Right? Like, what did that text mean? Right? If you're a business owner, your success is going to be predicated, your long-term success, on how well you can build, maintain, and improve relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could cure cancer, you could have the best product in the world, but if nobody wants to buy your product from you, because you can't build relationships with people, you're going to be out of business really soon.
Exactly.
So basically what it was is that life's all about relationships. The quality of the relationships in your life are really always going to determine the quality of your life, right? But there's that secret recipe, though. That one secret recipe that there's no way we can go around this one thing. And that's one thing that we've talked about a lot. And a lot of people have done research on vulnerability and stuff like that, right? But this one specific recipe is that you actually have to make yourself vulnerable to even be available to connect with another person. then they would have to make themselves vulnerable to even be available to connect with you, right? There's no guarantee, because you're going to either get rejection or connection. And that's the fear, especially on social media, especially in family and friend groups. It's like, man, I've put myself out there in the past. I've opened up, and look what I got for it. I got judged, I got criticized, or people took my words out of context, or even worse, they gave me a horrible advice that I was like, no, that's not what I need, right? It's like sometimes we go, okay, note to self, don't open up.
Or maybe you're even perceiving that you're not being connected, or you're perceiving rejection when you're maybe not even being rejected.